Welcome, everybody, to the Huber Rebels podcast, episode 31. My name is Jordan.
My name is Ethan, and this is Daisy.
Daisy!
Say hi, Daisy.
She has been talked about, and we have...
Yes,
Hold on, wait. Let me make her a little bit bigger. Do it. Show her again.
What?
Oh, she's so cute.
Yes, Sam's such a good girl.
We always said one day she has to make it on the show, and then she finally is.
She'll get on in a more official fashion, but...
She's looking adorable right now, I must say. She's all smiling and love her.
She's happy. She's on my lap.
Good.
So she might actually hang out here while we do this, because she doesn't want to be alone.
As long as she wants... welcome company to the show. I'm happy to have her that close
by. Do it from home. We're working from home.
Exactly. It's very casual. How's the whole from home thing going?
It's going. We're trying to get more of a normal routine going.
Yeah. How is working from home? Like, is your job pretty easy working from home?
I can do it. I've done it before. I've done it when I'm sick. And so I thankfully, and we have good internet, so I connect through a VPN, so I have access to all my files. I've always used all my files on this remote system. And I've got my laptop. So the biggest thing is I got this desk now.
Yeah.
We brought Maya's desk over. And that just mentally to sit at a desk and be able to work now is a big difference.
Instead of like on your lap or something.
Just sitting on the couch, being stuck on a couch all day, it's just not the same. But, she had to teach, so she was using that table, and it just whatever. But no, I'm really happy with this. And
how's the Zoom going for her?
I think it's working. She's on spring break this week, but it's working, and she can save her videos and upload them to YouTube. So I've shown her how to do she could figure it out for the most part, but I was helping her out with how to upload videos and get them on her channel and whatnot. So she's got some subscribers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does she have more than us?
Probably. How many do we have?
I don't know. I don't want to say.
Undisclosed.
I think it's so funny because I was familiar with Zoom.
Yeah.
But it's insane how many times I've heard of Zoom in the last 3 weeks.
That's what Maya said. She's like, I'm hearing it everywhere.
I wonder how big their business has become.
They said they're having security and privacy issues with how many people are using it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Between that and Discord and Skype, I feel like they're just completely overloaded.
People don't understand infrastructure is real and physical. It's not just internet. When these websites don't load, it's not just because it's stupid.
Right.
It's because there's physical limitations. And
so when the AMC app crashes because people are buying Star Wars tickets, why do you think that is, people?
It's because AMC is not Google, and they do not have massive server farms. But, everybody is continuing to increase their capability, and I lost track. Where did this start?
Well, it's funny because I was flipping through the channels the other morning with my mom, and Live with Kelly and Ryan came on. They're just both Skyping from home. Ryan Seacrest was in his kitchen. They both had the little Skype watermark up in the corner. It's just everyone, even the main millions and millions of dollar making shows are all producing this stuff from home. And it's just it's kind of cool that we have this technology, but it's crazy to see it.
Yeah, it's pretty. I hope people are more appreciative when this is over.
Yep, me too.
Just in general.
And I hope that this helps us find new ways to do things, more efficient ways or safer ways or
I think it will inherently
economic ways.
It won't happen right away, but it will happen over time.
People will be like, hey, remember that? Maybe that was better.
I
think we'll try to go back and we'll realize that certain things aren't as good the way we had it. And
when it's 5 o'clock and you aren't home with your family, you are, let me go sit in 2 hours of traffic.
Right.
kill myself.
Yep.
People are going to be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Nope.
And it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
It's just so, I mean, obviously not everyone can work from home. That's why so many people are unfortunately being laid off, but a lot of places can.
If people can, then that's less traffic overall and less density overall.
Right.
Moving, so hopefully it's more manageable.
Obviously having a work environment is beneficial. Like you being surrounded by your coworkers, I'm sure is a morale booster for doing that work, but
100%, yeah.
There's got to be ways of finding like a middle ground.
It's really for people like I don't need to work from home right now. But like I feel like I can't move to Pasadena because the commute would be too much. And if I could just work from home most days, I would like that option.
Yeah.
And that would reduce, that's one less person on the road. And if everybody was kind of doing it a little less,
right,
we'd all just be a little happier overall, and there'd be less pollution, there'd be less congestion, we'd have more time. Like the benefits are
like when I was doing that coding school, I was driving from here to Burbank 5 times a week for 15 weeks straight, Monday through Friday, every time, right? And it was entirely an online platform. There was obviously like the in-person like instructions, like where the person would stand up front and, you know, like give us a little talk and like show us some stuff, but that easily could have been done online. I'm pretty sure the platform we were working on had that ability built in. So I don't know why we didn't do that. Again, like I said, there's a school environment where you're with like the people you're learning with, but like that was such a waste of gas for me.
In theory, Maya could teach online, like she's doing it. It's technically possible, and it's great for this, but it's not ideal. It's not an ideal teaching environment. It's better to have that interaction, that camaraderie between students, and that like in-person dynamic. It's a tricky thing, and I work with a lot of remote people already, and it's hard when you don't have that
face to face.
Yeah,
I know,
but there's a lot of people not even in my position that like I have a feeling there's a lot of people out there that do not need to be going into an office. Like even if it's just like 10%.
Right.
People that don't want to go in and shouldn't be going in. Just baseline already.
Start there.
Just those people.
Yeah.
And then we can go from there.
For sure.
But,
well, since you have been home so much, what have you been playing? No, wait. Hold on. Let's save that because I feel like the big topic is games. What have you been watching?
So we ended up watching per recommendation of friends.
Do I know what you're going to say?
Of course you know what I'm going to say. Because everybody's watching it.
Someone asked me today, they're like, have you seen it? And I'm like, you know what? It's getting to the point where so many people are asking me that I don't want to watch it anymore.
You have to watch it, apparently.
Do I?
We finished it. I mean, I talked shit the whole time. The reunion was actually good, where I was like, oh, okay. Like, I was convinced. I think we're talking about the same thing, right?
I don't know if we are now.
What were you supposed to watch?
I'm talking about the Tiger King.
Oh, that's the other thing.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I heard about that. So there's two things. There's two things buzzing on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
Tiger King, which I hear is just insane, and I'm not sure what it is. I'm kind of avoiding it right now.
It sounds very intriguing, but it's starting to become annoying how much is talked about. But I love big cats. I love big cats, yeah, so I really kind of want to watch it.
So the other thing I watched per Maya, because per recommendation, Love is Blind.
Oh yeah. I've heard
You're familiar with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it and The Circle confused.
I don't know what that is, but this one is people go into pods where they can't see each other and they talk, and it's are you gonna get married?
Yes.
So
Do you have to
we watched
pick the
all of that.
person, or like are
You
you?
have to what?
Do you have to like pick which person you want to be with, or
The guys might just choose to propose. You go on dates, and then
okay?
the guy
But like,
will
is it like
propose.
speed, not speeding, but like, do you date
Yeah,
multiple people
it's
and then
like
pick
that.
one?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But it's multiple days, so you have multiple dates with people.
Yeah.
You can choose to continue or not.
And how is it?
I talked shit on it the whole time.
So not good. You didn't like come around to it.
It was entertaining,
Yeah.
but I like. It was fun to watch it with Maya because of how into it she was.
Right.
Um, and it was different. I was convinced it was staged, and then after the reunion, I was like, I think people just act crazy when they get behind a camera, and
For sure, that like their
combined with
personality is
editing,
amplified.
you can view things a certain way.
When you can make stories out of nothing, like you can,
Exactly.
yeah, you can turn nothing into this whole fake storyline, which I don't like. I don't like things like that. Well, so,
Because it's real people, but they chose to do it, so it's like
but did they like? Is it real? Is it actually real though?
I think it was. It could not be easily, but
Yeah. So there's The Circle, which is a Netflix like reality game show thing where
yeah.
people are put into different hotel rooms and they never see the other people that are playing, and they choose like a profile picture that's not necessarily them.
Then
So they basically like completely fake what they look like their bio. They just fake everything about themselves, and they
catfish.
never actually like talk like audibly. They only like text with the other people in the game, and then they just kind of like get to know each other, and then like one person gets voted off and another person comes in, and it's there's like a winner at the end. And
And then they get married.
I don't think it's a romantic like, I think there's a romantic aspect, but I don't think they're forced to get married. I think they just win money at the end.
Okay.
There's like, it sounds like, I've never seen Big Brother, but it sounds like somewhat like, or like Survivor, where you like try to kick people off and try and be like the top dog kind of thing.
That's Big Brother too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely Big Brother.
So Netflix is definitely trying to step
Oh,
there.
they're producing reality content now, and it became very apparent. They're like, let's just make this thing. But there's a season 2 and a season 3 coming of the Love Is Blind show.
It has its audience.
Yes, it does. I'm trying to think if we watched any other movies. I don't think we have, because that was like 11 episodes, so that's what we've been watching.
Are they an hour long?
An hour long, yeah.
Oh wow! How
We
did
stayed
you
up
do
till
that?
2 a. We stayed up till 2 a.m. one night, just watching and like putting the desk together and like cleaning up and arranging and, um, yeah.
Did you like? Oh man, that sounds awful. That really sounds awful.
No, I was just laughing and like
Like,
it was not too bad because it was like a small thing.
yeah.
And I knew it'd be over and I didn't really have to pay attention to it. Like I
You
couldn't
didn't?
imagine like and it's over, it's out of my life now. Like
Right.
the thought of like The Bachelor starting in like August and going until whenever it goes to like being in your life for that many weeks and weeks and weeks and
Well, they have
let me
like
throw
2 or
up.
3 seasons per year too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I'm just like this I can I'm not Maya watched it for the most part. I was doing other
Yeah, but
stuff, but
you
I
said
was
there's
watching
season
it
2 and
also.
season 3. You're probably gonna end up watching those too.
Oh, for sure. And if that's all I have to watch, I'm okay with it. It's better than watching like The Bachelor.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
You've made your choice, and you're like, this is it. I'm not watching anything else.
Well, I don't think Maya would want to watch the other stuff.
No.
Maybe, yeah, but no, not really.
I watched a movie
You did?
that I surprisingly I've watched a lot less movies during this whole situation.
Why is that surprising?
Because I see a lot of movies, but now that I have more time on
In
my hands,
theaters.
in theory, I actually don't. I'm working more than I was, so
Yeah.
But I've only watched one movie in the past week, and it's a movie I saw with you in 2015.
Stop.
Yep. It is the 4th movie in a series, and the 5th one is supposed to come out this year. Da 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 da.
James Bond?
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say James Bond.
Yeah.
Okay. There's 30 James Bond movies, but it was the Daniel Craig series. So
Yes.
okay. 2015 was Spectre. Oh
Right. Yeah. So I watched Spectre again because Kind of Funny has been doing their James Bond in review, and I'm just using that as like an excuse to watch certain movies.
Yep.
Even if I've seen them before, but like
I'm totally with you.
I'm hoping that they like force me to watch new movies along the way too.
One of my favorite excuses to watch a movie is this movie is leaving on this date. Gotta watch it.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite.
So I literally could not remember anything from Spectre except for the weird like base in the desert. The something about the opening. Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
So I remember the base, and I remember the moment on the bridge when he does something, and I turn to you and I'm, the fuck is this?
when he throws his whole career away and leaves with this random girl he just met 5 days ago.
Is that what happened? Because I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie sucks.
It's so bad. That's why I will never watch. Oh, the tunnels. There's something in the tunnels, right? Is that this movie?
Do you remember the water tunnel, right, with the boat? They like drive a boat into some tunnel.
Like a drilling machine.
Oh no. I don't. I just watched it, and I don't think there's anything about a drilling machine, but I don't fully remember.
Or just like the London Underground tunnels for the rail, the tube.
No.
Or something like that.
No.
Maybe that's the movie before it. Whatever.
That's in Skyfall. There's a little bit of a subway thing in Skyfall.
That must be what I'm thinking.
So the movie starts really good. It's very interesting, but it loses steam immediately.
I remember that.
I completely forgot Bautista was in this movie. He is completely wasted. He is useless in this movie.
Yeah.
He says one word the entire time. He doesn't do anything cool but punch stuff. He drives a awesome like Ferrari car. Doesn't drive it cool. He's chasing James Bond for like 15 minutes, and he literally is 15 feet behind him the entire time and doesn't make any moves. He's just like...
I think I remember that. Yeah, I barely remember it. Oh my god, because this movie was so bad. Like,
and the girl has zero chemistry with him whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
Damn.
And it makes me so nervous for the next movie.
No. This one's gonna be good.
I don't know that for sure. I hope so, but
it is. He said he'd rather slit his wrists than make another James Bond movie after Spectre.
I know.
So the fact that he made another one means it's going to be good.
I don't think so.
Have you heard bad things?
Well, the trailer doesn't look very good.
Oh no, I'm hyped.
But that's not that doesn't mean anything. It just...
I'm hyped off the trailer. I watched the trailer.
I'm not convinced that this is going to be a good movie. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just like... But the track record, so like Casino Royale, good. Quantum of Solace, kind of bad. Skyfall, incredible.
One of the best.
Spectre, terrible. So I think we are due for a good one.
It could be the best one ever.
It could be the best one. I hope so.
I don't think it will be, but it's going to be good.
Yeah, but I just hope that it comes out when it's supposed to.
Yeah, that would be very nice.
Yeah. The only other thing I watched, my parents and I have been watching since Disney Plus came out. We've been just kind of chipping away at it. The Imagineering story.
I've been saving that stuff because I like that might be the thing I'm looking forward to most watching on Disney Plus.
So good.
Yeah, because it's like a documentary about Disney and Disneyland and Disney everything, right?
If just like being in Disney like makes you feel warm and happy, like this will give you a piece of that, especially with it being closed now. Like you can get that Disney feeling.
I've been intentionally saving it. Now is the time to watch it. You're 100% right.
It's really cool, like the way they go through it too, because like they do it for the most part chronologically, but they
Yeah.
kind of jump back and forth a little bit so that they can do like
Good.
certain like stories or like
Yep.
group things in certain ways, like the way they talk about. It's just it's so well done, and
It'd be
you'll
hard for me
learn
to
a
not watch
lot.
that.
What?
It's gonna be hard for me to not watch that tonight instead.
I'd do it. Watch that over the Tiger King for sure.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I couldn't recommend it higher. And I think I've heard, I have one episode left. I think I've heard there's going to be more. I really
Yeah.
want to watch an episode of it about this time. And I know that's going to be a long time before they're able to make that, but like, I want to see the Imagineering story about the coronavirus, like,
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
era. Because they talk about the entire Disney company for the most part.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious, like, what's going
How
on
they
behind the
globally
scenes.
handle a crisis like this right after their CEO is announced to step down.
Yep. That will be fascinating. Because they kind of like they the way they organize the show is based on like under the umbrella of the different CEOs. So like this guy did this, and then these people did this, and then
Yep,
so
perfect. That's how they should do it.
so we're definitely in a new era of Disney completely, and it's a wild one. So
Yep,
it'll be fascinating to see someday.
indeed. And I look forward to watching it. And I know they keep adding more, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
So I did watch. I've been watching some like more YouTube stuff.
Yes.
I found a cool documentary on the history of the Tony Hawk series,
Oh, cool.
done by a guy in 2018, 3 years after the last game came out.
Which was what? What was the last
another
game?
Another horrendously. So Spectre might be the worst James Bond movie. This
Right.
is definitely the worst Tony Hawk game. Tony
Was Pro
Hawk
Skater 5?
Pro Skater 5.
Right.
Down easily the worst Tony Hawk.
Even Tony Hawk is not like happy with it, right?
Oh yeah, but that was 5 years ago. A lot has happened.
Sure.
And watching this video though, just like amazing. And so I'm watching this one because there's also a Rise and Fall of Skate video that I'm gonna watch.
Ooh. The game,
Just
right?
because it's interesting to see how skateboarding went, and weird, but I think it's gonna make a comeback because there's rumors of a new Tony Hawk game coming out, and the guy even updated his comment at the bottom of the video saying, the rumors leak of a new Tony Hawk game. There's hope, because he was like, the series is officially dead now. And I would love for them to reinvent it, bring it back, and then bring back some skate.
So like I don't have the same connection with the Tony Hawk games like you do.
I
really have not ever played any of them.
But if the new one came out and it was good,
I would play it for sure. Yeah, but like skate is my jam.
Yeah,
100%. But I want them both to succeed. You know, like Tony Hawk, like the Pro Skater games are such a staple in video game history. Which one? Like, what's your favorite one?
2 and 4.
I have one for PS1. Not number one. I have a Pro Skater game for PS1. I don't remember which one it is.
So I'm currently gonna collect all of them.
Yeah,
I've decided. It's one of my favorite series.
Do you want to collect them in like their earliest state? Like, do you want to own?
I'm gonna collect them in their
best.
I'm gonna collect them in their best state. So
Yeah.
I grew up playing it on N64. I already have 1 and 2 on N64. That's done. I'm gonna get 1 and 2 on PS1 also, because apparently those are the better versions,
Right?
And they have like there are better. They run better, and I'm hoping I'll then be able to run them on a PS5 or even a PS3 or something like that. Or I'm gonna get a PS2 probably.
Yeah.
And then I need to get Tony Hawk 3, and 4 was my favorite. Like, that was the one that I put so many hundreds of hours into, I'm sure.
I think you said 2 was your favorite.
Because 2, man, but it's like 2 different eras. It was 2 and then it was 4.
Right.
But 4 was the last one, and like I barely remember that first time that I 100%ed 2, because I unlocked everything and then lost it.
Oh.
Right. And
That's
4, I just remember like creating so many things and just getting everything out of that game that I could.
So did it go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the other games, or like did they start
It
doing
went
the other
one,
ones?
two, and that's what this video. It was cool because I've lost track, and it was cool to go back and see. And so it went 1, 2, 3, 4. Thug, which is I never had it, and I loved that one. Tony
Thug,
Hawk's
like THUG.
UG, Tony Hawk's Underground, and that
Oh,
one
of course.
was maybe the best one. One of my friends in India had it, and that's how I experienced that game and played that game because they was talking about it. I'm like, I've played this entire game, but I don't own it for some reason. So I want to get that and like actually own it.
Yeah.
And Underground 2 I got for Christmas one year and played the heck out of it, but it wasn't. That was like Thug was like the peak, and then it started to go down. And then after Thug 2, they made Project 8, which was like the first next gen one.
Right.
And that was when Skate took over.
Would that be like PS3?
Yeah, that was like the first PS3 one, and it was pretty good, but it didn't quite translate. I didn't end up getting it because I didn't have a PS3, and that was when Skate got my attention.
Yeah.
And I remember, I mean, it was probably for over the course of a couple years that I dream about. I was like, I want that game so bad.
Yeah.
And I was in another country, far away, with old systems. And no
Remember the
means
open
to
of
get
Skate?
it. Huh?
Remember the open of Skate?
No.
It's like a traditional skateboarding video. Like the camera's like low on the ground, I think, and it's following you. And you like grind down the staircase, and you get hit by a bus. And then you wake up, and you're like, "What happened?" And you've like forgotten how to skate, and that's why you have to learn everything again.
See, I don't remember that. See, and that's why, because I never like owned that game. My memory of it is like just thinking about it,
Yeah.
imagining it, and never being able to touch it, and just like coming home during the summer and going to GameStop and just playing the demo, practicing. I would do the demo of Skate and MLB The Show. Oh, I really want to play this game now.
I'm just looking up the intro right now.
Yeah, I really want to see it. Is there any way you can show it to me?
Not
Can you, like,
easily.
share your screen?
I don't know how I would do that without messing everything up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But you can look it up too.
Oh, Daisy, careful. Sorry.
I'm showing it to the people at home at the moment. Where was the bus? Oh yeah, see, you grind down the thing and then boom. Wow. Oh wow, that person actually got hit by a bus. This is a real video of a skater, and he's grinding down these stairs, and he legit gets hit by a bus. And then the game starts.
End, right?
Say what?
It's the one at the end, right?
That video that I'm talking about is at the very beginning. But
then no, that's what the ambulance is.
They go through, they like show all the characters from the game, like Danny Way is the ambulance driver.
Yeah, I remember. Oh yes, this video was amazing.
Paul Rodriguez, Ryan
and I'm sure that video was
in here somewhere. Jason Dill, remember that guy?
Yeah. DJ Ladd.
I love this game so much.
Yeah.
I gotta play it again sometime soon.
I really want to too.
What a crazy concept where it's like the camera's just down at your feet, because all that matters is how the board moves. Doesn't matter what your person's doing. It's just your feet and the board.
I want another one. I want another Tony Hawk.
So why was it called Project 8? Was it it wasn't the 8th game, was it?
Maybe. I don't know.
And then when was American Wasteland?
Oh, it was, because American Wasteland was the 7th game.
Before, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So Project 8 and then Pro Skater 5?
No. Then Proving Ground. Well, no.
What was the one that came with the skateboard?
Yeah, then Project 8, then Proving Ground, then Ride, then Shred, then Downhill Jam.
Are you serious?
Then Proving Ground, maybe.
There's been that many games.
Yeah, and then HD in 2012, made by Robomoto. But I got that one, and I played that one, and I beat that one. But the physics were weird. It never felt the same.
Was there a mobile game?
and there's been a bunch of mobile games that were
So,
bad.
did they just start diversifying too much? Like, did they spread themselves too thin?
No, they just the original. I don't know. It's just
They
they
just
didn't know
lost
what
their
to do.
way.
Yeah, they just lost their way. Um,
But
it was one
that's
of
what
those
needs
things
to
that was
happen
just
for
how do
them to
you,
recapture that like initial magic again.
it was just how did it was just how do you evolve something like that? It's difficult,
Yeah.
and I think they can come back and make one like without technical limitations now. Like that's what excites me about the next gen console, or even the PS4 probably. Like they can really like they're not going to be constricted by technology. I think was a big barrier when they transitioned.
Yeah.
And they can just make a cool skateboarding game. Take the original games, make like a true modern updated version, like Crash and Spyro and like all these other games. Not like the weird HD one in 2012 when people didn't quite know how to upgrade a game. Because even Nintendo is upgrading some games.
That they are.
And this really seems to be official. When Nintendo does something, it's officially a thing, in my opinion. Now they did Wind Waker.
Is that because they're kind of hesitant to like
They
just
don't
do
wait
things
until
because
something's
it's
certain.
right? They're not going to do things because everyone else is doing it. Like
Yep,
they're going
never.
to do it right.
Yep. Like they may have VR one day, but they're not going to make a VR $500-$600 VR system right now.
Right. They don't they don't need that to stay relevant.
Nope.
Mario will always be relevant.
Exactly. And so I'm hoping that like Doc got like look at what SpongeBob is having done.
Right.
Like that's ridiculous. There's some really cool stuff happening there, but I did mention Mario, and I know I like hit you up with like 100 texts when you were probably dealing with like real problems.
It wasn't
at work.
problems. It was just annoying people at work. But yeah, it was kind of a nice escape when he sent me that. I was very excited. So
I half wish that we didn't know.
I mean, it would just be the same thing, right? Like, would you rather it just drop and be available, or do you like the kind of like guess what's coming?
I'd rather I'd get the official announcement and go.
Oh, because is it a
I'm
leak?
confident I'm still going to do that because of how amazing it will be.
So it was a leak.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell everybody what we're talking about.
So a couple of websites leaked after getting confirmed, and a lot of websites have now reported that Nintendo, for the 35th anniversary of Mario coming up this September, I believe,
which is crazy,
be releasing a remastered collection of Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and at least the first Super Mario Galaxy, and most likely also the second Super Mario Galaxy, potentially all in one collection. In addition, they will be releasing a deluxe version of Super Mario 3D World from the Wii U with additional levels and content, which is also just great news. In addition, they are also releasing announcing a brand new Paper Mario game, going back in the style of the original N64 and GameCube versions, the RPG, and just forgetting all that other stuff that they did when they wasted the art style.
Right.
And they're doing all of this for Mario, a blowout for Mario. I would assume we're also going to get, in some form or fashion, the original Paper Mario and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, because how are we going to play those?
Right.
And we're doing all the Mario games, because I went and looked, and pretty much every game in the catalog is available for the Switch, either through the online or through Switch games.
Except for those ones you just mentioned, or even those ones in some way just not remastered.
All the ones I just mentioned you can't play.
You cannot, but you will be able to on the Switch.
Yes.
Sweet. I love that.
And I just can't even fathom an actual updated Mario 64. I just can't even.
Now, when they say that, do they mean like HD or?
No, Nintendo's. I don't know.
You can't do that, right? Like it still has to look like low polygon, like.
Oh no! I think somehow maybe they can pull off a Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy and a Spyro
Will it have like the same charm to it, you think?
It has to.
It has to for sure, but like,
And so
is it worth the risk? Like, would you rather it look the way it did, just play
if
perfectly?
they're doing it, it means they pulled something off.
True. Yeah.
And I'm confident. Now they upgrade. So like Ocarina of Time, when they upgraded it for the 3DS, while it was still polygonal, like they upgraded the graphics. Like it does not look the same.
Right.
But it's better, and it is the same game still.
Sure.
And I think they're going to now do that again with those 3DS games and really like up-res them
Yeah.
in HD. And I think that's what they're doing with these other games too, including Sunshine. I think they'll have less to do with Galaxy because they're so gorgeous, but they'll need to fluff everything up a little. Like you can't just HD it. It'll look off.
I mean, as much as I love the Wii, like it's kind of a hassle to play that console. So I would love to have it on the Switch and be able to take like Galaxy on the go wherever I am. Because of all of the Mario games, that's the one I've played the most.
Yep.
I actually played that one quite a bit.
Yeah.
I didn't beat it because there was a lot to it, right? Like it was a long game, I feel like.
It's a decent game. Yeah, you should definitely finish it. It's really cool. It's the one where you're on a spaceship.
I loved that game. And I think I played the second one quite a bit too. But Mario 64, or Super Mario 64, I've only played at your house on the N64 that one time, and that's it. And like I know
that's why I at least made sure we did it.
For sure. And I know that's the way it was initially intended to be played, but like I'm really excited that I can play it on Switch.
Yeah.
Because for me, like that will allow me to beat that game. And being one of your all-time favorite games, if not like your number one game of all time, like I'm happy I can now have that in my head also.
They also already released this on DS.
Mm.
You know, I jumped to Ocarina of Time on 3DS, but they released Mario 64 DS, which added like 3 new playable characters.
Really?
Including new levels and a whole bunch of new stars.
Really?
Yeah, and I've beaten that game 100% too.
Cool. So do you think this will add more stuff even?
So I want an original game, that one, and a new version all baked into one. Yeah. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. But anything could happen at this point.
Right.
If it's just virtual console in HD, like F you, that's not what we asked for. Give us that for free.
Right.
For Nintendo Online through an N64 online thing. No, I fully expect this to be something. Because the thing with Sunshine was that with the analog triggers, and the Switch doesn't have analog triggers, so it's going to be new controls for that, and we're waiting to see what that's going to be.
So here's the funny thing about Sunshine. Can you guess the only place I've ever played Mario Sunshine?
Robin's house.
Nope.
My house?
Nope.
Your house?
McDonald's.
On a kiosk?
Yep.
Nice. That's
the only time I've ever played Sunshine, so I really only know like the very beginning of that game, but I really liked it because it's that like oddly satisfying like cleaning up all the goo and like spraying stuff. It's like
so good.
I've always been intrigued by that game, and I would love to play that.
You hear it's not as good. I love Sunshine.
Yeah.
For what it is. And it has some of the best like hard platforming levels. Oh, I can't. The GameCube era, and yeah, you know, this is just for me personally, but oh my god, it really hits this special something that the GameCube was. Yes, it was, but also just that little purple box.
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion, Brawl, Super Smash Melee, Sunshine. Metroid Prime. Oh, Metroid Prime is one of my favorite games of all time. One of the best games ever. Like, Mario Baseball. Like, just the way those games feel.
Yep.
Like they were perfect for what they were. Like at the time, and that the GameCube controller, the Wavebird was the first ever wireless controller.
The GameCube controller was great.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's kind of an evolution of the N64 controller, like a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But it feels much better to me.
Because you've got the stick on your left finger, you've got the C buttons are now a stick,
right?
But double the directions, 8 directions instead of 4. I mean, it was, yeah, I love it.
And then was Galaxy the next like main Mario game after Sunshine?
Yeah.
So they kind of take large breaks in between these games, huh?
But between the 3D Mario games, they had long breaks. It was a long break if you consider Galaxy 2 and Odyssey.
Yeah.
Now they had 3D Land on the 3DS, which I loved, and then 3D World, but those are not the same. In my opinion, Galaxy and Galaxy 2 are for Sunshine and Odyssey.
Why not?
The camera.
What about it?
It's not behind you running around.
Is it?
Galaxy is like... You're also like... It's the rate at which you like collect things. Okay. It's hard to describe. In Galaxy, coins were like huge, and you'd have like 10, right?
I'm looking it up. I want to see like what the gameplay looks like because I kind of don't remember. Because you say the camera's different?
Yeah.
This person did a complete walkthrough in 11.5 hours.
It's just like because you were playing it with the Wiimote, right?
Right.
And the nunchuck.
Right.
So
it wasn't like a natural... It had a
thicker feeling to it. I've never like...
Okay, so this is kind of what I remember from it. It's... The camera is much higher.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like looking down on you as... Instead of like you actually being Mario.
It's not quite like 3D World where you're like in this little thing and the camera's up above. But it's this like in between that wasn't quite like Sunshine where you're really just running around an open world, because it's not an open world.
But I think that's why I liked it, because it felt more puzzly in a sense. Or like... Yeah.
It's more like a traditional Mario platform.
Yeah, like it didn't feel as daunting for some reason. Like I don't know, it's weird. Like even playing Odyssey, I feel like I didn't have the same... The bit that I played of that game, I didn't have the same connection that I feel like I really got from Galaxy.
Yeah.
But
I'm with you. Odyssey was a little weird for me.
I do still want to... I want to keep playing it. I was enjoying...
I enjoyed
the collectible aspect of it.
I haven't wanted to go back to it.
You really liked it though, right? Like you did enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted a little more.
Is it short?
No.
Are there a lot of worlds? Or are the worlds just really big?
No, like...
Because, like, remember when you were playing Kingdom Hearts 3 and you were like, I'm really hoping there's more worlds because I feel like I know everything that's here. Was it like that in Odyssey, or like did you get enough good surprises out of that?
It was similar in Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah. 64, man.
That's the one.
There's so many. Like, I need another one like that.
And so when is it supposed to come out?
Huh?
What did you just say?
Later this year.
Yeah.
I said maybe there's not as many levels in 64, but it feels like there's a lot.
You just kind of have this like rose-colored glasses 4, look at it.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, there's like 15, 16, 17, 18,
That's
19
insane.
Levels, I think. Like
the way you just did that, I feel like is the way I would go through Sly Cooper in my head.
Yeah,
I could just like one after one after one. Like I can name them all.
I was just
like
painting each room and like counting the doors and where you go into, and it was prime design.
The other
there was
go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the other exciting thing is 3D World, because you and I started that a long time ago on the Wii U, and we were never going to get back to that game. As much as we said we wanted to, like, that was never going to happen.
Switch would be a fun place to do that.
100%.
When we can all be here.
Yep.
I know I talked to you about this. Really. Oh, GameCube also went.
They went what?
The Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Zelda, which is what I was actually about to say. So Zelda's 35th anniversary is next year. And I hope we can get Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, which already exists on the Switch. And then hopefully at some point get Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask up-resed into some beautiful graphics. The crazy thing about Wind Waker is all they really did to that game was upgrade the lighting, and it looks like an Insane Trilogy Reignited type upgrade because of how beautiful the art style was.
It didn't need anything else?
Nope. They didn't do sharp polygons, right? They had this cel shaded beautiful. It was
well, it's like, I mean, obviously we're in an age where like even improvements on what we have now, it's kind of hard to tell because we're so high def now. Yeah. But like the art style of Breath of the Wild, I can't imagine improving on that.
And they will.
You could do something different that's also amazing, but like taking that art style, I can't imagine making that art style better. Like I feel like it looks fantastic.
Deeper into it.
Sure.
More like vividness, but I know exactly what it's like. This is perfect. Like this isn't flawed.
Right.
In any way. You could tweak it. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Speaking of Breath of the Wild, I think we're gonna get some Breath of the Wild 2 this year.
I hope so.
I think there's a good chance because they don't have anything else announced or anything. And E3 or their June, but as long as everything's
you just cut out a lot.
Oh, so I was just saying. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I was just saying whatever Nintendo has planned or is going to plan now for June or whatever blowout is going to be bananas.
Yeah.
Between the Mario news and potentially Breath of the Wild 2.
So what happened at this most recent Direct? There was one pretty recently, right?
Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition got a date for May.
Okay. I think
they announced they're going to add an ARMS character to Smash.
I would have thought there already was one.
No, there's not one yet, but I like that they're doing that.
A character or like a skin?
Character.
So how does that work? Because I thought they have this like roadmap of characters that are being revealed.
They have a second fighter pass coming.
And so that's the next one they announced.
Yeah, but it wasn't like an announcement. Like it was weird. They're like, the character from ARMS is going to be there. Which one is it going to be? And they showed every single character. So maybe they'll add all of them.
Okay, I see. Just
I don't know.
As part of that pass, or they're just going to put it in the game?
I don't know, actually. No, it's going to be part of the fighter pass.
Because at this point, they're not just adding characters to the game, right? It's like you have to buy that fighter pass to really, yeah.
Did you get the first one?
No.
Oh, with Banjo and stuff?
I don't. Can I buy them individually? I can, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't play that game enough for me to have like warranted that. I still
totally with you.
Would like to, because that's the kind of game I want to be good at. Like if it comes up.
Yeah. We just have to play. I'm gonna try to get Maya into it. That'll be a thing. Like you come over and we play.
Yeah. Smash has just never been my thing. I've always it's fun enough, but I'm always the least like interested person in Smash. Like when I'm playing, I'm just not good at it. I'm not good at those kind of games.
That's okay.
I don't know what it is.
Well, as I mentioned, Melee was a good game. Another good GameCube game that I remembered, and one that I became addicted to the first time I played it. Animal Crossing.
Yes. How's that going?
And
everyone is streaming it.
Earlier, you asked, "What have you been playing?"
Yes.
And you guessed.
Oh, of course.
The Last of Us.
I said GTA and Last of Us.
GTA.
Yep.
No.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. We're making progress. Maya's she's got the bug has started to implant itself.
Is this her first Animal Crossing game?
Yes. other than the phone one. She played the phone
Right.
one a little. And so she's like, I played the phone one. Like, yeah. And I'm just like, you have no idea.
I feel like that's a good game to like get the itch started, you know?
That's why they created them.
Right.
That's the idea.
Um so you said that she has like her own island, right? But
No,
with
it's one island per Switch.
I thought you said she has her own like setup
House.
sort of house. Okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
So she doesn't like get all the full like campaign or whatever kind of aspects of the game. Like she
She
just sort
can
of
contribute. We're kind of learning as we she can do and what I have to do to progress things, but she's able to contribute to things.
right.
Not everything, but we'll see how that is as we keep going.
And you guys can't play at the same time, I assume.
Yeah, we run around together.
Split screen?
It's like no, it's like the cutest thing ever.
What, is she on her Switch?
No, we play together on my Switch on the island.
Oh, sorry. Okay, gotcha. Two characters, same screen.
Yeah.
And then are you like tethered? Is it like one of those things where like if you try to run off the screen, then
So
you
the way
can't?
they do it is follow the leader.
Okay.
So one person is the leader, and they are able to do pretty much everything, and then everybody else is a follower. And you can do most things. You can interact and pick up stuff. You can't talk to people or like do your inventory, but and it's super easy to switch. You just kind of shake the controller and then push A, and you switch who's the leader, and then the other person can do it. So we just kind of switch back and forth.
So the second person doesn't actually really move their character at all.
Yeah, you run around too.
Oh.
You're not glued to them. You're free to run around and do it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
And the screen kind of morphs to frame both of you, but
Right.
it does move to follow the leader. And if you get off screen, then you poof to like follow
Gotcha.
the screen. Yeah. You'll see. Don't worry.
And
You're going to see.
so can I make my own house also?
Maybe. I don't know if I let you on my island. Maybe.
I don't think I
Yeah.
deserve it, honestly. As much as I don't bad talk Animal Crossing, but I definitely don't
You're going to just have to see what happens
show much interest in it. But
because you've never played.
I know.
That's what it is.
I just like I turn on streams. Like I turned on Fran's stream the other night, and he was playing it,
Uh,
and he's like, "So how much do I have to spend to get this rug? And then how do I trade this pellet for that person's rug? And then where do I find the other like rug deal?" I'm like, what are you talking about?
But if you start at that point, if you were to turn Star Wars on, at any point, it would
Of
be
course,
amazing.
of course.
So that's a bad example.
Obviously, it's the perfect
But if
thing
you
to just come in
put a
the middle.
movie on, and when they're talking some technical jargon, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?" You're not gonna be like, "This is a great movie."
I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like it just seems like every time I hear about Animal Crossing, I feel like people are spending way too much time on the smallest things.
What do you mean?
Like the smallest details.
Animal
People
Crossing is
are-
about like what color and type of rug and where are you gonna put it in your house.
That's
There's
the
the
game.
Happy Home Academy, and they judge your house too based on its design.
Are they
But
real people?
no,
Oh, that's annoying. How do they know?
they made a Wii U game based on this, and it's now baked into the main game. Like every feature of Animal Crossing that's like ever been in any is like baked into this, and is like the ultimate, like Smash, the ultimate version of it. And I can't wait for the next Mario Kart game for this reason. Things are good. And I've been meaning to ask you.
Yes.
I literally was sitting on the couch. I was like, "Oh, I really want to know." Have you played it all?
No.
Oh, okay.
That will not be the case next week. I'm gonna pick it back up. But the
That's
only
okay.
thing I've played this week is Warzone.
Nice.
That's it.
I need to play that.
It's the it's the thing. It's the Fortnite where like I have 3 different sets of people who at least one of them every night is like, I'm hopping on Warzone, like blah blah blah, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll play. And even though I want to watch something else or play something else, I'm like, yeah, but but Warzone is fun, so I just do that instead. And that was me with Fortnite for like a year.
Damn.
I just played that.
That's gonna be me with Animal Crossing for like 3 years.
Yeah?
Animal Crossing is a game you just like play a little each day.
It's good that it has that longevity though.
Yeah, because it's based on today, April 1st, we
Yeah.
woke up and there was a new happening. All of the certain type of tree had become cherry blossoms.
That's
So
amazing.
now our island is populated with cherry blossoms, and the celebrations have begun for Bunny Day, which is coming up. And there's a rabbit, I forget what his name was. He had a weird name. That he's come to our island, and he's hidden eggs all over the place. So we're collecting eggs to craft. The goal is to craft all of the bunny, the egg furniture, and then we'll get like a special gift from him.
That does sound cool.
And that's just for Bunny Day,
Yeah.
which I'm not that interested in. And
Right.
there's gonna
be more stuff.
Oh yeah, there's a certain time of year that I love, and I can't wait to see in this game.
Yep.
And you can't time travel like you used to be able to. Like, you used to be able to time travel to certain events to try to get like items and stuff, and now it's different because Nintendo's gonna update the game right before events so that it's like it's literally not in the game.
Well, also like it's online too, right? So it's like you can't jump ahead and leave everyone else behind. Like you're all kind of in this together in a sense.
Yeah, so it's interesting how they've restricted it, but yeah, it's fun throughout the year for all the different events, and it's not just like holidays. There's seasonal events. There's one of my favorite things is like during summer. There's like a fishing contest.
Yeah, that's cool.
The other day, because like so I've done a lot of the Animal Crossing cycle before.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is I've done before, but it's it's nice and it's improved and it's new and it's fresh and whatnot. But Maya's never done it, and just like with Minecraft, it's really fun to see her like discovering it all and like getting hooked. And she's like, no, but let's just keep doing a little more. Just let's go get this so I can make that. But yeah,
unfortunately, it involves me being there to experience it. But
oh, you will. Don't worry.
No, I know. I would like to do it sooner than later.
Yeah, it sucks because there's gonna be a lot of stuff
that I'm missing.
Fine. You can start from I'm pretty sure you'll be able to start from the beginning from when.
Well, maybe before in that time before I can actually come over, maybe you can give me like a virtual tour of your area sometime.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, and I played with my cousin.
Yeah.
She got the game and we visited, which was fun. We didn't have much going, so we've got to do that again now that we've got like more stuff.
Right. That would be cool to like take breaks visiting each other and see how much they've improved.
Yeah. And Tyler has it, so I want to see his island.
Isn't his avatar the little drummer guitar dog guy?
Oh, KK, yeah.
It is, right?
I got his amiibo right in front of my
right front and center.
Yeah. And I may have ordered another one.
What?
I ordered another Animal Crossing amiibo. Maya gave me permission. She doesn't give me permission, which tells you something.
You have a lot of amiibo. Do you have more amiibo than you have pops? Are you sure? Because you have a lot of amiibo. And I know you have a decent amount of pops too, but I feel like you always tell me and show me about amiibo more often than pops.
I have less than 50 amiibo.
You have more than 50 pops?
I think so.
That's a lot.
How many do you have? You have probably 300.
I know, but I'm insane. I'm a crazy person. I mean, how many? So we have pop, like deluxes. 1. Oh, this is hard. Backwards. 2, 3, 4. There's 2 more on there. There's the Iron Man right here. Wow, this is really difficult. There's the Lewis Brindley right here. That's just what's in frame at the moment. And I have more by my knees right now, and then there's some in boxes, and there's some on the shelf right here.
Well, there it is.
during this time, I think my dad told me I should do this, and I think I'm going to. I'm going to build a rim for the like near
All
the
the way
roof of my
around.
room, just a
Yeah.
little shelf so I can display them all.
And
And I'm
then
gonna
you'll have more storage for the ones that aren't up there.
exactly, yeah, because
Yeah.
they're just kind of overflowing at the moment, and I want to display the really good ones and maybe tuck away
Store
the
them.
ones that are less important. I really want to set up a new like desk slash streaming setup too,
Yeah.
because like I mean I love my desk and my computer at the moment, but I don't love the view necessarily because I do want to stream more. So I think I want to build like a little alcove in my closet,
Yeah, you would always mention that.
and then I want to put more like pops behind me too.
Do it. That would be cool.
I might as well do it now, you know.
Yeah, do it. Support that.
Just do it.
You'll have and it's good. It's good a time as any.
Exactly.
I'm not really in a position to have much of a setup right now, but that's okay. The day will come.
You have a good looking view. It looks nice.
And I did realize, like, yeah, it's going to be until we have a second bedroom. Fill it with all my stuff.
Yeah.
It would be insane to bring that all here.
Right. You have a nice storage room, which is your old bedroom at the moment, so
yeah,
make use of that.
So it'll be interesting to see how I manage that, but they're gonna stay for now.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I actually need to take this.
I was just gonna say it's getting to be that point in the recording where you're breaking up more, and I don't know why that is. I need to Google that again for next week because it's very confusing. Because you sounded great when we were doing this earlier, and then over the course you just start breaking up more. So I think it's a good time to.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, that's fine. It's no
Maybe
one's
we
fault.
need to do an end and a reset like halfway through.
Maybe. But yeah, that has been the Hebrew Rebels podcast. Thank you for watching or listening. We're on YouTube. If you want to watch the videos there, we're on iTunes, the Apple Podcast. If you want to listen to us, please leave us a like and a rating, and please subscribe to help us grow a little bit. It's a good time for us to gain some momentum, I think. Please stay safe, stay healthy. Don't interact with people. Wash your hands. Be smart. You have any other words of advice?
Help us grow so we can show.
Yeah. Show what? Find out next time. My name is Jordan.
And my name is Ethan. Once again, this is Daisy.
This has been Daisy. Oh, was she there the whole time?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that.
Well, we are the Hebrew Rebels.
Till next time.
Welcome to the rebellion.
Sorry, the delay threw me off.